Good morning. Today let us take you back in time. The year is 2024. The date is the 31st of December. The weather is minging. Welcome to the video.
You know, it is one of those days when you really don't want to leave your bed. Never mind leaving your house.
Aye, it's so bad in fact. Did you know that Edinburgh's Hogmanay has been cancelled?
Oh.
Yeah, no party there tonight, but we're going somewhere a wee bit smaller.
Is it because it's too windy?
I think it's wind and rain. I wonder what they do with all those fireworks, eh?
Huh.
They should just delay it until the weather's nice.
Until tomorrow.
Oh look, I think they're queuing for steak pies.
Wow.
New Year's Day steak pies, and that's something we don't even have.
Right.
We don't have anything for New Year.
We don't.
Oh no.
We should go to the shop.
Let's go to the supermarket.
Okay.
You always end up buying more than you need, don't you?
I think so.
Done. Right, where's the car?
Blue sky. You're lucky I'm compact.
See, for New Year, I think I'm going to clean this car. I just realised I haven't even told you where we're going yet, have I? But what if I told you we are going to the earthquake capital of Scotland and maybe the UK? I didn't know this, I only found out about it last night when I was reading up on the place.
Well, I didn't even know there were earthquakes in UK.
Just wee ones. And we're heading south, and in 13 miles we'll be taking the exit towards Crianlarich. I love that name.
Crianlarich.
Well said.
Thanks. Looks like clouds are just a blanket covering us.
Oh, they are.
Look. One mile to go.
And the weather looks a wee bit brighter. Welcome to Comrie. It's twinned with somewhere in Ontario. Didn't quite catch it.
Cute bridge.
Now when I said this is the earthquake capital, we'll take you somewhere now that has a connection to earthquakes. And it's very cool. It's very small, but it's worth a look. Are we going to cross that bridge? Okay. This doesn't feel right, does it?
I'm glad the car is so small.
Yeah.
The earthquake house. When you look at the map, we're so in the middle of nowhere. We've got Stirling, Perth, obviously all the cities are there.
Yeah.
Creve. And then we're here, there's nothing around.
Wow, we're quite isolated, aren't we? And it's not a day for hiking, is it?
Unfortunately, not.
But like we always say in Scotland, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. Well, the car might be all steamed up, but is that the rain stopped?
Almost. I'll put the jacket on so we're ready.
The reality of making YouTube videos, eh? Let's go. Ugh. That's no bad. Now, one of the main reasons that Comrie is known as the earthquake capital is because it lies right on the Highland boundary fault. And up here there's a very interesting wee building, and it is called the Earthquake House.
The building was probably the first ever purpose-built earthquake observatory in the world.
I think so. Oh, and yeah, and Comrie is often known as the Shaky Toon. I like that.
Shaky Toon, that's cool. Okay.
Thank you very much. This little earthquake house is for measuring seismic activity in the area. Now, it was actually redundant for a while because all the equipment in it was old, but then they reinstalled new equipment back in the 80s, and I think it's still there. You can't get inside, but I think you can have a wee peek through the window. And I read somewhere that this is the smallest listed building anywhere in Europe. I don't know if we can get there and keep our feet dry.
This is what we like to do in the New Year's. Walk in a puddle.
I love how it's just got that wee single tree beside it, up on the hill. This isn't easy. Welcome to the earthquake house. And where's the wee window? I don't see a window. No?
No?
Maybe the window was behind here.
Maybe it was.
Or maybe they meant this wee window in the roof. Can I see in there without falling over? Oh no. Hold on tight. Can you see anything in there on the camera? Because I can't. Look at that, an example of a local earthquake. And if they are still measuring seismic activity in there, it's going to register something tonight, because the streets of Comrie will be bouncing. And did you know that the world's first modern seismometer was invented right here in Comrie? That's what the internet told me anyway, but that's not why we're here today. No, it's where we're staying tonight that's brought us to Comrie, and it's somewhere a wee bit different and full of history as well. Isn't that right?
That's right. Should we go and have a look in the town first?
Aye, let's do it while the rain's off, eh? That's us parked up in Comrie. We'll have a wee look around town before we check into our accommodation, but I'll be honest, looks very quiet. There's not going to be much open, is there?
Which would you expect on Hogmanay, I guess?
Exactly. It's blowing a hoolie.
Yes.
Oh look, this is like the wee library I found in the Azores, isn't it? In Ponta Delgada. And the amount of time we're going to be spending in our wee hut tonight, maybe we need a book or two. The Devil's Cauldron, is that open?
Yeah, open for lunch today.
Oh wow,
That's what it says.
impressive.
That's what it says.
The menu looks really nice. A wee bit on the expensive side, but you can get 2-course Sunday lunch for $24.90, 3 courses for $29.90. Tell you what, that weather's just got no idea what it's doing today. The Comrie fish and chip shop, you often find at little villages like this, they've always got a wee chippy, and it's normally a good one as well. Ah right, this is Melville Square. Now we're right in the heart of Comrie here, and I believe this is where they do the Comrie Flambeau, if that's what it's called. It's like an old historic Pictish or pagan ceremony, a bit like the fireballs in Stonehaven. We'll come back and try and see it tonight. I think it happens at midnight.
Oh, cool.
Lots of places are still open, like the butcher's here. People will be picking up their steak pies. St Kessig Square and Dinny's Lane. Dinny day that. What are you saying?
Marsh says daily, but not today.
Hey, it is open actually. See? Well, it's good to know there's still some places open if we need some food. I'm always obsessed that we don't have enough food, but I'm sure we've got plenty for one night. We'll go to the bridge and then we're going to turn back. So you can see where we are here. We're only 7 miles from Crieff, or 24 miles from Perth. So even though it feels like the middle of nowhere, it'd be a nice wee day trip destination. Well, that's the rain on again, so it's either back to the car or we can go back to that wee cafe and see if we can get a bowl of soup or something. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Aye, it's amazing how quickly the weather changes. When we passed here 5 minutes ago, it was blue sky. There's a wee Canadian flag fluttering away up there. Comrie is twinned with somewhere in Canada. Right now, I don't know where that is, but I'll pop it below. Look at the wee letterbox. Notice, letters containing coin, paper money or jewellery should not be posted in this box, but should be registered. There we go. Keeping dry.
Yes.
Well, I was calling it a cafe, but it's actually a restaurant on the sign. We'll see if they've got something light that we can have. Like I say, a wee soup would be lovely.
Yeah, soup would be nice.
Hiya. Is it possible just to get something light, like a wee soup or something?
Not today.
Not today.
Fully booked.
Oh, got you. No worries. Thanks, pal. That's fine.
Okay.
See you later. Have a good new year.
And you, thank you.
Fully booked. Understandable, I guess.
Yes.
And as that's the only place in town, I guess we'll be making our own food at our accommodation, and that's where we'll take you right now. In you get out the wet. Oh. Now we need to see how long this takes to drive, because we might be walking back this evening.
We should
if
be
I
walking.
want to have a wee,
Yeah.
you know. Oh, the weather's absolutely vile again, isn't it?
I feel like this is what we talk about all day.
I know.
Raining, not raining, or raining again.
Oh, I can see our camp.
Oh.
That's right, folks. We're staying at a camp tonight. Culty Camp. Culty. I need to remember that, you know, I'll forget the name. Look at the hills behind, it's quite cool,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
very cool. They're much bigger than they look on the camera.
It does feel like we're going into a military camp, doesn't it? Oh, I love it. Look at these old Nissen huts.
Are we staying in one of them?
We certainly are. And the way the weather is, this might be all you're seeing of them. I don't think we'll be doing a tour when it's like this.
No, we'll go for a walk.
Aye, it'll brighten up at some point.
Yeah. So many of them.
It's 2 o'clock at the moment. Check-in is from 3. We did come here a wee bit early because we wanted to go for a wander, but until this rain stops, I don't think it's worth getting soaked, is it?
Rain is expected to stop in 21 minutes and start again 5 minutes later.
Brilliant.
Optimistic.
A familiar scene in today's video. Take our opportunity again. So looking at this sign here, if we go right we've got a woodland walk and a chapel, and if we go left there's a museum, but I don't think the museum will be open today. But some of these old Nissen huts are, as I say, accommodation, and we've got one all to ourselves tonight. Exciting! And it's a beautiful setting with the big hills behind. Like we said before, you might not see the hills on the GoPro, but they are there, I promise. This camp was constructed in 1941, and believe it or not, it was one of only 2 high security prisoner of war camps in Britain, and it housed Italian and then German prisoners, and it had a bit of a notorious reputation. And we might have our own wee Nissen hut for tonight, but just imagine how many beds would have been in each one when it was a prisoner of war camp. What's in
I
there?
wonder how many they could fit in one.
Yeah. Aye, this is the museum over here, but of course, you know, December 31st, you wouldn't expect it to be open. Got an old army vehicle here. A big old Bedford. We haven't found Hut 36 yet, but I think it is just where we parked when we came in, which is handy. Now I can remember when I was younger, I was in the Sea Cadets. Now this place here was used later in life by the army cadets who would stay here and do some training, and I can remember staying in somewhere very similar to this, but not in quite as much comfort as we'll have tonight. But I'm kind of hoping this isn't the setup for the toilets. Hut number 65. Previously in 1995 this was the NAFI, Navy, Army and Air Force Institute, or otherwise known as the shop. I'm so glad we got this wee break in the weather so we could show you around, because believe me, it could have rained all day and all night. I tell you what, see if they sold these as houses. Well, I don't have to tell you my thoughts on that, do I? The Comrie Development Trust, that's who this camp was sold to after its military use had ceased in early 2000s, I think. And they got the whole place for 350 grand. No bad.
I escaped. I'm going to run free with the sheep.
Ah, it's actually quite easy to escape. Your shore leave is cancelled. Get back into the camp.
It was worth it. I don't regret.
Oh, it looks like this is a wine shop. If you'd like to buy some wine and no one's in, give us a call. We might be phoning them later. Nice old Land Rover. Would that have been like an ambulance or something? I think it's seen better days, hasn't it? Oh look, that one's like a wee tea room. So these are the self-catering huts. We'll be in one of these, as I say, number 36. And these are all grade B listed buildings, I believe. So they are protected, which is good to see. I've got just about enough phone battery left to get the check-in instructions. So yes, hut 36. And we've got a code for the lockbox, which is just next to the door. Let's get inside. We're still a wee bit early, but our key is here. Here goes nothing. Lights.
Wow.
This is fantastic.
That is so funky.
Now, of course, on the inside it's a wee bit more cosy than it would have been back in the Ministry of Defence days, isn't it? But it has to be like that for Airbnbs. We'll just go and get our stuff from the car, we'll get the shoes off and we'll give you a proper tour.
I'll just leave the door open.
It's funny seeing the tent in the back of the car there. I'm so glad we're not using that tonight. And yes, that's the rain on again, just in time, eh? Oh, it does look so cosy in there.
And it's nice and warm.
There we go. Home sweet home. Alright, I'll quickly scoot round and give you a tour, but I think it's fair to say we're both very impressed with this place. So we'll start with the walls. They're not quite as tinny as I thought they might be, but we'll start with the wee lounge area. We've got a TV in the corner, a big TV, and very comfy looking sofa and seats. A little dining area there, and we've got the kind of open plan kitchen. All that stuff getting put away at the moment. And then through here, we've got our own bedroom. I thought this would have all been one, but no, it's two separate rooms. It's absolutely fantastic. We'll tell you how comfy that bed is later. And then this is out the front, isn't it? Yeah. And if we just go over here, back in my Sea Cadet days, the toilet would have been in a separate block, but look at this. We've got a lovely shower room, and we've got heated towel rails in here. It's very nice and warm, especially in a cold Hogmanay. Oh, Scotch broth. It's not going to be long till we're having that.
Yeah, we should have a soup and warm up. I think we should put PJs on and just chill until 10 PM or so.
Sounds fantastic. I think I'm going to struggle to go back outside again. And in the kitchen we've got a freezer, a fridge, and then what's in here? Oh, I think that's the boiler down there. That'll be the microwave, I guess, eh?
Yes, and grill.
And then we've got a cooker, toaster, kettle. And over in the corner here you've got all the cutlery and utensils you would ever need, a bread bin, there's even an iron. And actually, yeah, just you stand there because that gives a good idea of the size of the place. It's quite big, isn't it? Bigger or smaller than you expected?
A bit bigger.
Aye, same. But that's a nice place to sit for Hogmanay, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we will not be sitting here, will we? No, we'll be back out in the rain into town looking for these Hogmanay celebrations. Important things first, work out the TV.
Yeah, guess what I'm watching?
Oh, Mr. Bean. There's some garden furniture out there, but I don't think we're going to be using that, are we?
I'm going tanning in the garden. Let's have soup.
I tell you what, kettle on, PJs on. I don't feel like we are living the prisoner of war experience, are we?
Well, I was thinking we're not doing what most people do on Hogmanay either, because that's the day when you're dressing up.
That's true, we've dressed down, haven't we? And good news folks, I brought the laptop, so I'll try and get this video edited and out for Saturday morning.
always working. I like that it's quite minimalistic because in my head I didn't see the pictures before or anything. I kind of thought that they really made it up like nicely, you know, so if you would be inside you wouldn't even have the feeling what it was. You know, you see the texture, you can feel the size of it, and it's quite basic.
It's a good balance, isn't it? And it's like spotlessly clean.
Yes. I'm treating you with 3-in-1 coffee.
Ah, but it's a Kenko. Ah, this is the life, eh?
It's a novelty for us because we don't have TV.
That's true. It's a novelty for us because we should be staying in a tent.
We were so close, that close.
And it is sounding a wee bit stormier out there. But that's not a good thing because we've got to be in the mood to go out later. It'll be a bit of fun, won't it? Even if we get absolutely soaked. Like I say, it's really cosy in here so we can dry the clothes overnight. And we do have a change of clothes, of course, so we'll be fine. Ah, look at this. Scotch broth and bread.
And dry bread.
And a side dish of cables. I'll move that. Well, enjoy your soup. I had, of course, intended for us to get something out of a cafe, but this actually looks really good.
I'm not taking credit for this. Try it first. We know how to celebrate.
I know, Happy New Year. Hey, it's not raining anymore. Just checking the weather for tonight, and it is saying between 10 o'clock and midnight, 40% chance of rain, and the wind is 16 miles per hour. I think we should just walk, shouldn't we?
I could at least put it on a plate.
Look at the mess we're making. We're just testing it because we don't know how to work the oven.
You can have smaller, but in case it's poison.
Classy, yeah? Right, if there is a torch, it will be in the glove box. And if there's no torch, then we're walking along that road in the dark, I'm afraid.
Oh, it's awful. Look at him. Lucky.
It's warm in here.
It's not warm here. I don't know how many huts it's taken. 1, 2, 3 for sure. Let's see.
Broken the TV.
Of course you did. Hi.
How's you going?
There's a problem. Well, I didn't find a torch, but I didn't have a torch to be looking for a torch.
I swear, never let me loose in the kitchen, I burn everything. Ow! Yay!
Woo!
Happy New Year! Well, it's not New Year yet, is it?
Not yet, but we can start early.
And Happy New Year to you. Right, I've got some facts for you. This Nissen hut, okay, Hut 36, this wasn't used for prisoners of war. This was used for house guards and officers.
Oh.
Do you feel special?
It makes me feel a bit better, to be fair, yeah.
And from my own notes here, this was constructed in 1941 and it had the nickname Black Camp of the North. That sounds quite sinister, actually. One of 2 high security wartime prisoner of war camps. It held Italian, then German prisoners of war. It ceased operations in 1947, and some of the prisoners that were imprisoned here, they stayed in Comrie because they had relationships with local women. I think that's brilliant. It was then used as a training camp for the Territorial Army. It's also hosted units for training, including winter warfare. Yeah, it does actually feel like winter today, doesn't it? During the Cold War, it was used as a monitoring post. So that would have been in the 1960s. And then in the 80s, it was planned to be a subterranean regional government headquarters. And these Nissen huts, these were designed in the First World War and were invented by Major Peter Norman Nissen. Learn something every day. Cheers.
This is Steven trying to work out the TV.
I do not understand this at all. You can tell we haven't had a TV for years.
You're getting pissed, eating chips, having fun.
We just heard something.
Something, it was loud, like somebody would throw stuff in another room.
I know we've had a couple of glasses of wine, but... Oh, it's fireworks!
Oh my gosh! They're Polish.
Are they?
Yes! Oh yeah. You know what? I'll finish cleaning next year.
Beautiful.
Got to be kidding.
No, I'm not. You took the win from her, then you...
How cold is out there? Now do you know what movie reference it was? With Judy Foster. It was On the Plane.
You know what I'm going to say, don't you?
We have to go out.
Yep, we got to get changed out of these pyjamas and go out in the rain.
Go get ready.
You too, Filson. Seriously, every time we're like the rain's off again, it just comes straight back on and even heavier. The things we do for YouTube. Okay, against every better judgment, here we go.
Do you have something to warm us up in the way?
Oh, good question. Yes, indeed I do. And it's Polish.
Żubrówka.
Happy!
Let's go.
Escaped again.
Anti-climb paint. Wow.
I've got to admit this does feel a bit dodgy, and that's because it is dodgy. Walking along the side of this road, and when I put the light into my face, I actually can't see anything, so I'm going to switch it off again. Oh. Thank you so much.
Alright.
Thank you.
Enjoy your holiday.
All right. Happy New Year. Cheers. Well, I wasn't able to record that, but we got a lift, would you believe? Someone passed us earlier and they were saying, oh, we can't give you a lift because the car's full, but they went and dropped people off and came back for us. So here we are, back at Melville Square, I think it was called, where the White Church is. A wee bit of practice going on in there, I think. I tell you what though, this is so funny compared to Stonehaven, isn't it? Imagine at this time in Stonehaven it'll be like 20 deep along the high street, you won't see a thing. It's just got so busy. This almost feels like Stonehaven, you know, 30 years ago. I'm not sure what this is going to be like at all, but we'll soon find out. And there's some boys in kilts over there. Okay, it's getting a wee bit busier now, isn't it?
Yeah, and we still have half an hour.
Welcome to all of you who have came to witness our Flambeau for 2025. We hope you have a great time. We've got approximately 22 minutes-ish to go before the Flambeau will be lit. The Flambeau it dates back to pagan times, and there'll be 12 Flambeaus lit at midnight, and they'll come down here and they go to the four corners of the village to scare away the evil spirits that might be around us for the year ahead. They'll lead the parade from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Way. I guess we'd better get out of the way, yeah? amazing. You can actually feel the heat off of them, can't you?
Yeah.
Well, those big sticks of fire on the pipe band, would you believe we've lost them? They went round the corner and never to be seen again. I think only locals know the actual route. It would have been nice to see them throw the fire into the river, the sticks into the river, but I don't think that is to be. I think we just need to keep heading this way back to our camp. What do you reckon?
Yes.
Oh well, here we go. A walk back to camp. That's how we're starting 2025. We'll see you when we get there, folks. Fingers crossed. Well, folks, that was a lot of fun. It turned out a bit busier than I think we expected, but we've made it back. That's the main thing. It's 2025. I think we're just going to go to bed. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning. Well, we had a very comfy night last night, and even though that sleet has now arrived as expected, we're going to shake off last night's celebrations with a woodland walk. Looking forward to that. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.